first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Rodgers. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Rodgers. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 28. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Snap comes at 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. McCann's kick up and good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On now is the Titans punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. Buying time to his left.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right.
Open man is Duvernay.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Titans' 8-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Julio, and he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that was one that I kind of saw coming, charging a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
He covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play action. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the gun, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 17, Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 3rd down, Sheldon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step up. Switch. Come on. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, take 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Harold Landry drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
26, 50.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 28-yard line. On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now stands at 13.
McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jackson buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.